This presentation makes the connection between inspiration and motivation. Motivation really is just a part of inspiration because your inspiration is the big global picture, just like dreams are the big global picture of a goal. When you understand your motivation and where it comes from and your purpose behind it, you really then can find different tools and methods to be not only motivated but inspired as well. Are you trying to take the action that you are to accomplish a goal, or are you trying to overcome an obstacle? What is it about this task that you like or don't like? And is that having an effect on your level of motivation? Are you able to maintain it? Are you losing it? Or are you constantly becoming more and more driven? What are the kinds of rewards and incentives involved? Are you extrinsically motivated by a paycheck or a reward or a good grade, for example, or maybe an intrinsic reward like personal satisfaction, self-confidence, self-esteem, or pride? Are other people impacting your level of motivation? And why are you allowing those people to impact it? Do you need others to help you stay motivated, or can you take the initiative and push yourself? And I think most importantly, having a plan really helps you sustain your motivation because then you know what your tasks and your efforts are aiming towards, and you're not just spinning in circles or treading water, not exactly knowing if you're making any progress. When we set about to complete a task, some of them are obviously going to be more enjoyable than others. And we've done many things to try to make less than pleasant tasks more desirable. For example, maybe you don't like doing the dishes or doing laundry. So what do? You maybe play music so that you don't realize how much time is passing while you're doing those tasks. You can do the same thing, for example, when you're trying to study. You can take maybe a reading assignment and get more engaged with it and more active with it. Sometimes just reading can get very dull or very boring or a little frustrating, especially if it's material you're unfamiliar with. So, by getting more involved with it, like taking notes, making charts, making flashcards, whatever it might be, you can make it a little bit more interesting and a little bit more digestible along the way. Another thing you can try to do is try to make it fun. Something else that we want to consider in our motivational repertoire is our ability to exercise options and alternatives.
Whoa, that's not good.
Oh, I don't need this. I'm already late.
Somebody will come. Anybody out there?
Do you have a phone?
No. Sorry. Somebody! Hello? There are two people stuck on an escalator and we need help. Now, would somebody please do something? I don't believe this. You gotta be kidding me.
I'm gonna cry.
Well, there's not enough left to do, is there?
Hello? Hey, don't worry about it. I'll fix it in a second.
He said he can fix it. All right. All right. That's more like it. He says he can fix it.
Walking down the sidewalk, kicking my feet as I move to the music. Step to the beat. I woke up today, canceled all my plans, and I stepped right outside with my guitar in my hands, and the notes became alive. The sound caressed the air, and I kicked it up a notch as I strolled without a care, 'cause I'm going.
Many times, students don't think they have a choice in a situation, and it really zaps their motivation and it diminishes their overall inspiration in a situation. For example, too often students just throw their hands up and give up when a basic task isn't going their way. For example, they don't do their homework because they don't understand the directions, or they don't do an assignment because their computer crashed or something didn't work on the computer the way it was supposed to. Rather than reaching out and getting help and looking at the options and alternatives that they have, maybe talking with the instructor, contacting the help desk, talking with classmates, talking with other resources, maybe the academic support center, the writing center, the library, or even if it's personal problems, maybe it's money problems and talking with financial aid, or personal issues, talking with counseling. You need to remember that you have those options and alternatives, and by making use of them, you can resolve a situation, you can problem solve, which helps you build that confidence, that self-esteem, which helps you stay motivated and ultimately helps you stay inspired. You also want to examine your approach to why you're in college and how you do your work in your individual classes. Are you here only to get a degree so that you can get a job? Or are you also here so that you can learn a variety of different things along the way? You might not even realize it, but you're picking up a number of skills outside of the actual content material that you're learning in each class. For example, you're learning interpersonal skills, you're dealing with a lot of sensitive issues related to diversity, you're picking up technical skills. All of these things are going to not only make you a better person, but they're going to help you in the world of work and employment once you get your degree. So don't forget that you're also learning a lot of things as well as just preparing yourself for the workforce. You want to think about what inspires you for the big picture. Just like dreams help you put together a plan with goals, your inspiration is what helps you put your plan together for your motivation. It really helps you with that visualization and that understanding of what you're aiming for, your target, and your understanding of why you're putting in that sacrifice, that effort, that time, that money, etc. Think about whether you'd be motivated if you worked in this office.
When we asked Reebok to send us Terry Tate, some people thought we were crazy. But I'm a firm believer in paradigm breaking, outside the box thinking. Hey, buddy.
Break was over 15 minutes ago, Mash!
And since Terry's been with us, our productivity has gone up 46%. We're getting more from our employees than ever before.
You know you need a cover sheet on your TPS reports, Richard. That ain't new, baby. Hey, Janice.
But what's really impressed me is how Terry's become part of the Felcher family.
Yeah, baby.
He fits right in here.
That's a long distance call, Doug.
To be honest, I wish Reebok sent us 10 Terry Tates.
You want to play game machine? Well, when it's game time, it's pain time, baby. Wow.
Are you one of the people that says, I work great under pressure, and if I have something looming over my head, it really motivates me to get the job done? Well, that's something that you want to consider again of what your inspiration is. Are you making these choices and decisions because you know it's the right thing to do, it's the way that you want to be as a person, or are you doing it because you have that looming threat of being clotheslined by Terry Tate in the office? If you look at the top part of the chart, you'll see the more positive sides of things where you're motivated, and it's either because of extrinsic or intrinsic goals. So you're either doing something because you're going to get a reward, or you're doing it because you like it and enjoy it. The bottom ones, the blue ones, are more on the negative. You're actually motivated away from a goal. So, for example, you are not very motivated because if you do it, you are only really avoiding a punishment, where in the other realm you would be getting a reward. On the flip side, you're doing it because you have to, not because you want to. And in the positive realm, you're doing it because you find it satisfying, enriching, interesting, whatever it might be from there. It all comes back to your values, and that's really the source of your inspiration. Are you doing things because you want to learn, because you want to be friendly, you want to be responsible, that you have a sense of integrity, that you want to be a good team member? What are the things that are helping you maintain and build upon the values that you possess, those core beliefs? When you have those expectations for yourself, then you're really going to do everything in your power to reach them. And to reach them, you're going to stay motivated. You're only going to stay motivated if, again, you can visualize that ultimate inspiration that you're trying to achieve. On a final note, I want to just remind you that no one can motivate you or inspire you unless you do it for yourself. You might see things that you admire as positive qualities in a role model, or you might see things that are positive that potentially will make you happy and satisfied. But the reality is the way that you react to it and the time, effort, and sacrifice you put in is going to be what helps you stay motivated and inspired.